so strong enough.
Tonight I felt like pasta, but in order for me to have pasta, I have to make it myself because I can't tolerate store-bought pasta. It messes with my stomach really bad. So I have to make it if I want it. So, and tonight I felt like ravioli. I'm gonna make raviolis. Homemade ravioli. So, but first I'm gonna talk about the sauce that I'm gonna make. Okay, I'm doing easy peasy stuff tonight. It's Prima Qualia brand spaghetti sauce and a can of diced tomatoes. And believe it or not, it's gonna go in here. Yes, tomatoes in a cast iron pan. Dun dun dun. Yes, you can use input tomato based products in your cast iron pans. It's not gonna hurt them. You just don't leave it in there overnight. You shouldn't leave anything in anything you're cooking overnight. You know, I mean, this is why when you open up a can of tomatoes, you take them out, and if you don't use them all, you put them into a plastic container. You don't ever keep them in the can. Well, you don't keep them in metal. Well, this is metal. Don't keep them in there. It's not going to hurt it. But how I'm going to do my sauce is, like I said, the canned stuff tonight. I'm going to dress it up a little bit. I'm going to throw some garlic, mushrooms, coarse onion, and that's it. Is that it? Oh yeah, because it's all in tomatoes. Yeah, that's it. And of course I'm going to put some spices in it, probably oregano, some basil, some Italian seasoning, you know, something like that, because it is ravioli. I have to make my own dough because, like I said, can't tolerate the store-bought stuff. It's just a regular. I have a paper right here, so I can just tell you what it is, because I have all the stuff in my head, and I'm going to buy a recipe box, because I have it all in my head, and I need to put it down on paper, so that maybe my children one day will look at that recipe box and be like, yo, this was really good. I remember that as a kid. Anyway, you're going to need 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 4 eggs. One of them is going to be used for your egg wash on your dough. And well, one of the eggs, so it's just going to be, the yolk is just going to be used, not the whole egg. And you mix it all up in your KitchenAid or your stand mixer that you have, or by hand, doesn't matter. You roll it into 2 balls, cut it in half, separate them, put them in the fridge for a half an hour, roll them out, and you've got your pasta dough. That's the gist of it. You can also look it up. It's just a basic dough. I mean, it's just a basic, whatever you call it, pasta dough. That's what it is. It's just a basic pasta dough. So, all right, I'm going to move along here. I'm going to need this guy to help me tonight because my arms are just about shot from scrubbing cast iron pans, making candy, making cookies, making goodies. My arms are just about done. So this guy's going to help me roll up my dough tonight. So let's do it. Oh, yes, before I forget, you might remember, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, or I don't even know when I posted it, but I made stuffed green peppers. Well, and I had meat left over. Well, I thawed some of that out, and that's going to be the filling of my, you know, it's Monday. My raviolis. It's just, it's a Monday all day. You know, it's a Monday all day. And that's what I'm going to do. But first, I'm going to get this started rolling out. I got to get some flour on here so that it doesn't stick. It's a hectic Monday. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, look what I got. Yay, isn't he cute? I love it. It's buffalo plaid. I got a new apron. It doesn't take much to make me happy. But we're just gonna cut this in half and maybe quarter it. I don't know, we'll see. Usually I can just smash it out and get it in there and it'll go through it just fine. But I need it rectangle shape because this is my ravioli maker. You put your dough over the top of this, you press that down on it, and then of course it makes little indentations. You put your meat in there, and then you take your other half, roll it out, put it over the top of it, and then you can take your rolling pin and roll it on the top of this, and it'll cut it because these are kind of sharp. But if it works, sometimes it doesn't work all that great, sometimes it works fine, but just depends on what kind of day it's having. And remember, it is Monday, so anything could happen. Here we go. Like I said, it's Monday, doesn't want to work right, so I'm gonna have to roll it out a little bit before it'll take it in there. I feel like the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland today for some reason. You know, it's like I'm late, I'm always late. That's what I feel like today. All right, let's see if this will work now. Maybe that's my problem. I didn't have it open. Well, yeah, duh. It's not going to take it if it's not open. So I couldn't get the dough long enough to fit over this whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use part of it because I'm just going to do that. And now we're just going to take this little thing here, this little plastic thing that fits down here in these slots, and press down on it. All right, now we have our little wells to put our meat in, which I'm going to go and get that right now. Oh, it's right here. Dirt to dirt. This little scatterbrain today. Of course, that's not unusual for me, actually. Nope. Like I said, I got the attention span of a goldfish. So here we are. I don't have my top dough ready yet. I'm just going to take a little, like, meatball, like that. I'm just going to drop it into the little well there that we made. All right, this is what we got. That is what we have. Good stuff. All right. Now it's time for me to roll out this other dough. Rinse my hands off. This is a nice apron. It's nice and absorbent. Right off the bat. Nice. Didn't take 15,000 washes for it to get that way. I like it. All right. I'm the kind of person that if somebody gifted me a bag of dirt, I'd be so thankful. Yeah, I'm just one of those weird people like that. I wouldn't look at it and be like, really? That's what you got me? I'd be like, oh my God, you got me a bag of dirt. You're so awesome. Okay. Moving on. Sorry, I forgot to turn the camera back on. Okay, it wasn't sticking together because I forgot to put my egg wash around the edges. So here we go. Hopefully this works the way it's supposed to work. Like I said, it is a Monday, all day. stick on there. That just seems too thick. No, nope, not going there. Not going there. All right. Behave yourselves. If I have to behave, so do you. Okay. Now, I don't think my rolling pin's gonna go over that. I know it's not going to. It's gonna like smush it or something. So I'm going to just cut it with my weird looking, I don't even know what the name of this is, but it's a pizza cutter that's got teeth on it. That's how I explain it. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut them in the dish like this, maybe. Maybe that'll work. I'm gonna find the center and go down the center. And then I'm gonna take my nuisance. Where is it? Where'd my nuisance go? There we are. This is called a nuisance. My grandmother used to call this a nuisance. Yeah, my family had some very strange kitchen names for things. My brother called it a spidge, not a spatula. My grandmother called this a nuisance and not a cake thing, a frosting thing, whatever you want to call it. She called it a nuisance, so it's a nuisance. That's what I grew up hearing it as. So that's what it is. Okay. It doesn't look too bad. I'm not doing too awfully bad. I haven't made ravioli like this before. This is a new little thing I picked up. So the idea behind it is good, but I mean, unless you're like putting nothing in it, I don't see how you can put your rolling pin over it without squishing it really bad. I don't know. But we're gonna try it this way. And then I just may go back to my old-fashioned way of doing it. Because this just might take too long. Might not have the patience for this. Monday in itself pushes my patience. Oh, you're pushing ravioli on top of it. Okay, I'm gonna take my nuisance here and see if I can't. Well, maybe I can just flip them out. Is that how that works? Yeah! Yeah, they look like it. They look like raviolis. Awesome. I gotta cut them again, but you know what? I can do that. Cool. They're not perfect, but that's okay. I'm all right. Or maybe this isn't to cut them. That's not to cut them, is that? No. Pizza cutter. That's just to make the edges look cute, I bet. Aha, there we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. And then we'll take this little guy and make it pretty. Is that how that, all right. Well, I wouldn't exactly call that pretty, but you know, it is what it is. All right. We're doing it though. We're doing it. Oh, you're open. We can't have that. So I guess I'm going to shut my camera off for a minute. This is going to take me a little bit. Not every kitchen gadget that has ever been invented is not always helpful. Case in point, I do not like this thing. It's a pain in the ass to work with. It doesn't work right. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe that's why it was at the thrift store. Who knows? Anyway, it's going over there. And I'm going to do this my way. See, look at how wonky they are. I mean, and I'm sure that that's from me. I mean, I'm picking the worst one, but look at that. It's kind of you know? It could be a lot better. I mean, yeah. All right. Well, we're going to keep them anyway. So now we're going to do it my way. Cut this in half, and then I'm going to go back to this guy to roll it out, and then I'll be able to actually do it right. where they don't look like little freaks of nature over there. So apparently, tonight is not my night to cook, because now I can't get my dough just will not do what it's supposed to do. It just isn't working. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna push forward and put enough sauce on anything and it'll taste good, right? See if we can't get these ones to look any better. I think I've got something going on here with my dough roller. Quite sure. It's just not quite rolling out the way that it should be. That's more like it. I'm just going to go around the edge. I'm going to pinch them together. They don't have this pretty design on them, but I just think at this point, I don't really care if they have a design or not. So I'm just going to continue on here until I get all of them done. And then we're going to move forward. Might have dinner done by midnight. Just kidding. Got that bad, I just go get a frozen pizza. Now I've had it with my pasta roller, so I am going to end up just doing these by hand. It's just not my night to be in the kitchen. I'm going to get this dough used up, and then I think the rest of the meat I'll probably just throw in with my sauce. Call it good. Because this has just been a nightmare tonight. I think it's important to not only show successes on someone's channel, but their failures too. I mean, is this a complete fail? No. I mean, they're on the plate. They're not, you know, as pretty as I would like them to be, but they're there. And I'm gonna have to do one by one like this. And they're just gonna be whatever they're gonna be. And the sky isn't gonna fall because of it. I've kind of run out of patience for this tonight, because I've been working at this for quite a while now. Alright guys, they aren't pretty, but they're there. I did my best with what I had. Maybe these ones do look a little bit better, but you know, I'm kind of at my point with my patience that I'm just done with them. I'm over them. So now I'm going to work on my sauce, which is going to be easy compared to that. I'm going to take what meat is left in here, and I think I'm going to brown that. I'm going to brown it. And what I'm going to put that in is, I might as well just brown it right in here. Right in my casting pan here. My bowl. Just going to brown that up and then throw it in the sauce. And do my best to recover what those monstrosities are over there. All right, on to something different. Okay, see, I'm completely discombobulated now because those things All right, I need a cutting board. One cutting board. I need my mushrooms. Check. Garlic. Check. Where's my onion? Where did my onion go? Oh, onion. Check. Knife. Where'd my knife go? There's my knife. Okay. This really wasn't supposed to be that hard. Pasta gods are pissed at me for some reason. This is gonna go in my little magical bag of, you know what it is, you know what it's called. It's know what it's called. Oh, I can't even think straight. My soup stock bag, that's what it's called. Oh, Lordy, 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 Lordy. It's a Monday, all day. Oh, that is a strong onion. Really, on top of everything else, now you're gonna blind me too? I already washed these mushrooms. That's what they're called. Wow, what a day. Maybe my apron is cursed. How about that? I doubt it. I'm just not with it today, people. I'm just not. All right, I'm getting ready to pour my sauce into here. Looks like it's browned up pretty good. Yes, it's really true. I'm gonna put tomato sauce in there. All right, here we go. There's one. There's two. And I'm going to throw in some diced tomatoes. And we're just going to let that simmer for a little bit. I'm going to make some homemade. Oh, God, I can't even talk right anymore. Maybe I should just call it a night, you know? Just have a good stiff drink and just go to bed. I'm going to make some garlic bread with garlic powder, butter, and some homemade bread that I have. And yes, it's back. My big black shiny 10-inch pan. That's what's going to cook these bad boys. All right, I'm going to cut these kind of thick because they are going to be garlic toast. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put a good layer of butter on each side, because I want that butter to melt like all the way through it, through the bread when I put it in the oven. That's good. And I think I'm just going to leave this guy with just on this side, because it's the heel. Or the hoe. Some people call it the hoe. Because everybody's touched it and nobody wants to be with it. Oh, thank God for editing. Oh, thank God for editing. It's been a day. It's been a day. Okay, I'm going to put garlic powder on one side. I suppose I can take you over there with me. Yeah, why not? I don't know though. I'm kind of scared to touch my phone. It's, you know, I have this terrible feeling that I'm gonna drop you in the sauce or something. So I'll risk it. I'll risk it. So we're just hanging out on low over here until we get those into here. I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of It's been a day to get here, but we're here. I finally finished this ravioli. It looks pretty good. It smells good. I mean, well, you know, I have to take that back. It doesn't look good. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I had a bad day in the kitchen and it just happens. But my garlic bread turned out really good. Nice and crispy. I don't know I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Like I said, I think I need a drink. It's been a day, all day. So I think it's just time to sit down and enjoy this meal that took me forever to make. And as always, go play with your own food.
It's so strong.